Hello, all. Sorry, that didn't come out the best. Hello, all. All. I am just doing a class today on, it was a requested class. It's on two different things, but they're both tied together. Um, so shouldn't take a ton of time, but um, we're going to talk about somebody that's been in the news quite a bit. They have been for a while. They're a billionaire. Um, and so we're going to go over kind of who the person is and some of the companies that they founded. And I don't know, kind of what it means, like who they are. And so they've also tried to buy, and this will probably give it away, they tried to buy Twitter. Actually, I don't know if they actually succeeded in that. So we're not going over that today anyway. But it's interesting because I don't even think they really tweet. But they found, for some reason, that Twitter might be good. So, what was requested was that we go over Mr. Elon Musk and Tesla and how he started Tesla. The thing is that despite what you might think of him when it comes to like going into space and things like that, it's kind of a waste of money and a waste of time. Some people believe that, but what he did with Tesla is actually quite impressive. It in terms of helping the Earth. So, we did the Earth Day is everyday thing, but like I said, when we get into the Tesla portion, it'll kind of understand more. So let's go over who Elon Musk is, what he's about, that stuff. But first, you have to know where somebody comes from. So, Elon Musk was born June 28th, 1971. So he's older than me. You. In Pretoria, South Africa. Now, South Africa itself has a very interesting history. They believed in a system called apartheid, which was basically that people in South Africa, the white people, believed that black people in South Africa should be subjugated and not given the same rights as the white people there. And this is a practice that went on for a long time. Of course, there's Nelson Mandela, who helped free South Africa, was put in prison as which is probably a more interesting person than Elon Musk, in my opinion, but was put in prison for a long time for being kind of for speaking out against the government, and put in prison for a long time, and then was released from prison and became president. But so that's where he was. Elon Musk was born, and during the time 1971, apartheid didn't end there, and there's still remnants of it, but it didn't end until much, much later, in the 90s, I think. But he was born in South Africa, born American entrepreneur who founded the electronic payment firm PayPal, which is, I've used PayPal many times, and formed SpaceX, maker of launch vehicles and spacecraft. He was also one of the first significant investors in, as well as chief executive's office of, the electric car manufacturer Tesla, which we'll get into that later, like I said, to talk about what founding Tesla was. But he's the CEO, so he invested in it. He didn't necessarily invent anything when it comes to that. But he had enough money that he could, but we'll get into it, like why he did. So in early life, Musk was born to a South African father and a Canadian mother. He displayed an early talent for computers and entrepreneurship. At age 12, he created a video game and sold it to a computer magazine. In 1988, after obtaining a Canadian passport, Musk left South Africa because he was unwilling to support apartheid through compulsory military service and because he sought the greater economic opportunities available in the United States. So again, he didn't support apartheid as many South Africans don't. White South Africans don't support apartheid and didn't. But since it's compulsory, what that means is you have to serve in the military, and then you would have to serve under that. So that is why he left, which is good all in itself. PayPal and SpaceX. Musk attended Queen's University in Kingston, Ontario. And in 1992, he transferred to the University of Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, where he received a bachelor's degree in physics and economics in 1997. He enrolled in a graduate school in physics at Stanford University in California. Let's go California. Everybody ends up out here anyway. Hence the population. But he left after only 2 days because he felt that the internet had much more potential to change society than work in physics. And probably pretty penny. In 1995, he founded Zip2, a company that provided maps and business directories to online newspapers. In 1999, Zip2 was bought by the computer manufacturer Compaq for $307 million, and Musk then founded an online financial services company. That's not $307 million. That's a good amount of money. A financial services company, X.com, which later became PayPal, which specialized in transferring money online. Curiously close to money laundering, I'm just kidding. But PayPal was a really good system, just because you could order something offline, and then through PayPal, it's not like you have to send anybody money. It would just go through PayPal, and as long as the person accepted it, and then there would be all these rules, like if anything goes wrong, then you'd get your money back and things like that. So the online auction, eBay bought PayPal in 2002 for $1.5 billion. So there you go. That's how he's making his money. Musk was long convinced that for life to survive, humanity had to become a multi-planet species. However, he was dissatisfied with the great expense of rocket launchers. In 2002, he founded Space Exploration Technology, or SpaceX, to make more affordable rockets. His first two rockets were the Falcon 1, first launched in 2006, and the larger Falcon 9, first launched in 2010. So that's kind of how he got into to SpaceX. That's how he made his money, so he could get going. And then Tesla, Musk had been long interested in the possibility of electric cars, and in 2004 he became one of the major founders of Tesla Motors, later renamed Tesla, an electric car company founded by entrepreneurs Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning. In 2006, Tesla introduced its first car, the Roadster, which could travel 245 miles, or for those of you who are a little more advanced in terms of how we should be, because the metric system's a better way to go, so if you know the metric system, or 394 kilometers on a single charge. That's a good amount of distance. Unlike most previous electric vehicles, which Musk thought were stodgy and uninteresting, it was a sports car that go from 0 to 60 miles per hour, or 97 kilometers per hour, in less than 4 seconds. That's pretty good. In 2010, the company's initial public offering raised about $226 million. 2 years later, Tesla introduced the Model S sedan, which was acclaimed by automotive critics for its performance and design. The company won further praise for his Model X. So that's kind of what Tesla is. But I'm going to go into I'm going to get into a little bit more, but he also dissatisfied with projected cost of $68 billion of a high-speed rail system in California, because he went to Stanford. Musk in 2013 proposed an alternate faster system, the Hyperloop, which is a pneumatic tube in which a pod carrying 28 passengers could travel the 350 miles or 560 kilometers between Los Angeles and San Francisco in 35 minutes at a top speed of 760 miles or 1,222 kilometers per hour, which is nearly the speed of sound. And just to give you a demonstration of the speed of sound, you hear that? Speed of sound, that's how fast it reaches you. Now, if you were, say, way down the street, I did the same thing. It could take longer for that sound to reach you, but it's still an incredibly fast, it's incredibly fast. And again, that would be between us and LA, and that's where a lot of business and opportunities and things like that lie, and it would just zip right there. Musk claimed that the Hyperloop would only cost $6 billion, and that, with the pods departing every 2 minutes on average, the system could accommodate the 6 million people who travel that route every year. However, he stated between running SpaceX and Tesla, he could not devote time to the Hyperloop's development. So, that is still in the works. And for him, it seems like, honestly, $6 billion is kind of pocket change. So, But then Tesla, which was his, I wouldn't say it was his brainchild, but because it was really, he invested in it. It was a smart investment. But Tesla's mission is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy, and this is why Tesla is important. Because electric cars, even though they're still not renewable, it's not a renewable source of energy. Renewable would mean that how we get electricity, we could just use over and over. Like renewable is water, because we have tons of it, and like ocean water, and wind, that's renewable because wind's going to exist wherever. How we actually get electricity, the electricity to your house and things like that comes from coal. And coal is not renewable. But it's much better than oil, so it's a move away from oil. So again, like we said, 2003 is when Tesla was invented. And wanted to prove that people didn't need to compromise to drive electric, that electric vehicles can be better, quicker, and more fun to drive than gasoline cars. Today, Tesla builds only all electric vehicles, but also infinitely scalable clean energy generation, and it is much cleaner. That is one thing. Actually digging for or mining coal is not clean, but the amount of, it doesn't pollute as we drive the electric cars. Whereas gas cars, it puts off all the emissions from, the gas and burning off and all that. And that all goes into the atmosphere and gets into our groundwater, and it's not the best. And it's not a fossil fuel. Tesla believes the faster the world stops relying on fossil fuels and moves towards zero emissions future, the better. So we went over a lot of this. Tesla vehicles are produced at its factory in Fremont. Go Fremont. We could jump on BART and get to Fremont real fast, or if we did the Hyperloop, which doesn't exist. But it's factory in Fremont, California, and Gigafactory in Shanghai. That's got me a little bit questioning. The to achieve our goal of having the safest factories in the world, Tesla is taking a proactive approach to safety, requiring production employees to participate in multi-day training before ever setting foot on the factory floor. From there, Tesla continues to provide on-the-job training and track performance daily so that improvements can be made quickly. The result is that Tesla's safety rate continues to improve while production ramps. So to create an entire sustainable energy ecosystem, Tesla also manufactures a unique set of energy solutions. There's Powerwall, PowerPack, and Solar Roof, enabling homeowners, businesses, and utilities to manage renewable energy generation, storage, and consumption. Which I think is what my neighbors are doing. You can't hear them now. Maybe they're done. They've been working on the roof. Well, they're not done. All the equipment's still sitting out there, but they've been doing their roof, and they're probably going to do something like this, to where, you know, they have solar panels and it ends up saving money in the long term. And this is just the beginning. With Tesla building its most affordable car yet, Tesla continues to, and they are affordable. I know the person who requested the class, you know, we went and looked at the cars, and really, they're actually quite affordable. Instead, we bought a truck. So, hypocrite. I didn't buy it. But this way it's more accessible to people. People can buy it, ultimately accelerating the advent of clean transport and clean clean energy production. Electric cars, batteries, and renewable energy generation and storage already exist independently, but when combined they become even more powerful. And that is the future we want, that we're looking for. So, it's a bit about Mr. Elon Musk, Tesla, and the guy who wants to buy Twitter. Still not sure why he wants to do that. Anyway, hope this has been a good class for you, and you found it interesting. If you have any questions, comments, if you want to know more about him, let me know. If you want to check out prices, seriously, just jump online and you can check out the prices. Anyway, ciao for now. Talk to y'all later. Bye.